Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tamika and today I'll be sharing everything that I made in August. Thanks so much for joining me again today. It has been a minute since I've been here. I haven't made any videos in a little while, but I've got some free time again at the moment, which I'm very excited about. So get ready to see more of me. That's all I'm saying. While I was gone, I reached a little bit of a milestone. So there's now 1,000 of you subscribed to me, which is crazy. I'm really enjoying making the videos when I have the time to. So I'm like stoked that there's people watching. So thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I see all of you. I love seeing your comments and likes and all of that, and I really appreciate you being here. So for more content, stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed, feel free to down below. Bell notifications, you know the deal. Anyway, update, we are cat sitting at the moment, so you might see a little kitty cat wander past, you might not. She's currently hiding in our closet, so we'll see if she comes out. I'm going to start by shuffling over and then I'll show you the pattern test that I did this month. So the pattern test that I did this month was for Paradise Patterns. Now this is Sana's first release and like it's great, it's stunning. Like what a way to start. It's called the Pikake top and it has two different views. Basically it's a nice lightweight summery top that is a little bit flirty, a little bit fun. I really love it. So I made version A, which is the drawstring and 3/4 sort of sleeves. There is also a version B, which is your tie-up option with shorter, little flatter sleeves. It's obviously the sort of pattern you can mix and match those sleeves around depending on what closure you want. But yeah, it is so cute. I made my version from a 100% rayon. This is just a spotlight fabric. It's got like a sage green background with, I want to say animal print, but it's not like typical animal print. Maybe it's just kind of more like asymmetric dots. I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, lovely color. I'm loving this green at the moment. I've got a few green fabrics that I've been collecting. It's got a cute little peplum, nice and relaxed sort of fit, and the sleeves even are shaped, which is stunning. So they have a little bit of a flare at the end of them. I did initially feel like it was too big, but the more that I wear it and see it on me, the more I like it. I fit perfectly into the size 4 range, I want to say. Like my measurements were exactly for a size 4, so that's what I made. I don't know if my neckline stretched out a little bit as I was sewing, because initially in the pattern instructions it didn't mention stay stitching, which I had considered doing anyway, but I wanted to follow the pattern just to give the most accurate feedback that I could. But I did find that the drawstring area does fall quite low. So it's not the sort of top that you could wear a bra with anyway. I would probably shorten that front panel a little bit through kind of that upper chest area, just shorten it so that the drawstring sits a little bit higher on my chest. Again, I don't know if that is just because it might have stretched out as I was sewing. If you have a bit more going on in your chest, you might not find that it falls quite so low. I look forward to wearing this in summer. The weather is warming up, which is amazing. And yeah, I love the red version that Sana had made and posted about on her Instagram. So I might need a red version in my life as well. Now I have 2 more things to show you. I am going to show you the one that you all want to see first. This is Pandora, by the way. She won't like me, but this is Pandora. She's gorgeous. I love her. Okay, you can go back to whatever you're doing. Now I know the one you've all been waiting for is the dress that I made for my friend's wedding. So I popped in a few pictures in my plans video asking which ones you thought that I should make. And to be honest, it was kind of all dependent on the fabric that I found or was able to find. I ended up going with dress 3, which was the little backless number. So this is my self-drafted dress in a beautiful satin stripe fabric from Lincraft. So it's called a satin stripe because it has a satin stripe to it, and then in between it's got some more sheer panels. It is a cobalt, I think the color that it's on their website is cobalt floral. So it's got a really large scale kind of abstract floral print to it. And then I lined it with a satin back crepe. So I've got the crepe side outwards with the satin side facing inwards. So I've got that really nice soft feeling against my skin. This was my first go at actually drafting a pattern. So using my own pattern blocks that I drafted already and altering them to create a garment. I will have more information about how I patterned this in one of my Instagram posts. It should be up by the time this video goes up, but that shows you the alterations I made to my pattern block to be able to draft this dress. I basically just used my bodice block for the front, no alterations there, and then did a little bit of tweaking to my back block just so that it obviously was backless. Added in a waistband, and then the skirt is a full circle skirt with a half circle skirt lining. I don't know if that was the best option because I find if it's just hanging that a lot of fabric will kind of gather in where the half circle skirt folds. Does that make sense? If it was a full circle skirt, it would all just sit uniformly, I imagine, where because I've got more fullness in the outer skirt, having just the half circle skirt, it has less kind of folds in the fabric, so more fabric is falling into certain folds, which is what it is. It still looks beautiful. I did end up sewing this the fastest way I could. I am a little bit of a procrastinator, so I'll have an idea for a project and start the project, as in buy the fabric, and I did a little bit of the patterning early on, but then I just kind of leave it till the last minute. So I ended up sewing this mostly the day before. I'd say it took me about a day and a half. I had already patterned it earlier, so it was just cutting out, not having to deal with any fit issues or anything. But yeah, not the most ideal situation, but I did have it finished before we had to leave, so that's something. I made sure that my stripes were centered at the front here, and then the skirt, it actually is offset by 1. I would have loved to have made the skirt a little bit longer, but I cut my circle from the full width, and that was the length that I was able to go with. So yeah, I would have liked it a little closer to like T-length, so kind of falling just under my knees. Instead it falls just above. Yeah, I'm happy with how it turned out. I used my little rolled hem foot on the hem, which worked in some places and didn't in others. If you've ever tried to use a rolled hem foot on a circle skirt, you will know my troubles. But anyway, it got done. Yeah, I look forward to more pattern drafting, I think. The only other thing I made this month was another top for my husband. I again used the Sage Tea pattern from LB Textiles, so that's your free t-shirt pattern. I altered it a little bit this time though because my husband wanted a V-neck, I also made long sleeve. So this one here, I did actually grade down the pattern. My husband is tall and slim, so the previous shirt that I made for him was a little bit more of a loose, relaxed fit than he wanted. So I actually just sized down the whole pattern and made this version from it. I'm actually in the middle of making him some more during September, so you'll see them at the end of the month. But what was I saying? For those ones, what I've actually done is I've used the size down for the like body shape, but then the armholes I've gone back to the original. So the pattern goes in letters. So I've used size A for those sleeve holes because this version here was a little bit tight in that area. He didn't like the feeling of them being too close to his underarms. So yeah, I've got size A for those areas, and then I've gone down a size to A-1 for the side seams and shoulders. So that is what I made in August. September, the end of September has freed up a little bit for me now, so there might be a little bit more sewing happening. I've already cut out my trench, my linen trench that I was going to sew last month, but I haven't, so that got cut out. That dress that I made for the wedding did kind of overlap into September a little bit, so actually I sewed it in September. I drafted it in August, but I sewed it in September. So, but I couldn't leave you waiting till the end of September to see that one. So that is about it for the video. Thank you for joining me again today. Like I said, thank you again for 1,000 subscribers. That is just crazy. And like there's more of you joining every day. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I look forward to seeing what I make. So I hope you are too. I don't think I'll have a September plans video because I don't really have any specific plans other than to try and get these t-shirts done. And it's kind of just a little bit of see what happens. I am kind of hoping to play catch up a little bit with some of my previous month plans. I have a few plans for videos, so I'm really hoping I can get into those. Would you be interested, I know I've already cut out my trench coat, but would you be interested in like a sew along for it just to kind of see what I'm doing? Or are you more interested in like tutorial sort of things? Like I've got a plan for like a how to bias binding sort of thing, like doing a few different ways of how to make it and how to sew with it. Or like with the t-shirts, would you be interested in seeing how I changed a crew neck into a v-neck? I don't know, let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions. Like I said, I do have a few plans in the works, so I will definitely pay attention to what you're saying and work on what I can. So many things, so many ideas, not enough time. My life. Too many plans, not enough time to make them all. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. I'm getting way too relaxed here in this YouTube scene. I'm just like chatting away to you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week and I will see you next time. Bye.